What if I told you there are creatures in the deep ocean that get longer than a blue whale, thrive where the pressure would crush a submarine, and have abilities that seem to break the laws of nature? Down in the crushing dark, way beyond our reach, life isn't just surviving, it's smashing records we never even knew existed. The abyss is a realm of the biggest, the deepest, and the absolute weirdest, and it completely rewrites the rules of life as we know it. The deep ocean is the last true frontier on our planet. It's a place of endless night, freezing temperatures, and bone-crushing pressure. You might imagine it as a desolate, empty void, but you couldn't be more wrong. It's teeming with life, but not life as we know it. This is a world of biological aliens, creatures that evolved in such extreme conditions they look like something straight out of science fiction. They are living proof that nature's imagination is way more bizarre and wonderful than our own. In this video, we're counting down 5 deep-sea records that sound completely made up but are 100% real. Get ready to have your mind blown by the deepest, longest, and strangest creatures hiding in the abyss. Let's start with a question of depth. Imagine living so deep that if you flipped Mount Everest upside down and sank it, its peak still wouldn't even touch your ceiling. That's the everyday reality for the deepest fish ever found. In 2022, scientists exploring the Izu Ogasawara Trench off Japan filmed a small, tadpole-like creature just cruising through the abyss. This was a species of snailfish from the genus Pseudoleparus, and it was swimming at an incredible depth of 8,336 meters, that's over 5 miles down. This discovery shattered the previous record. To put that into perspective, the pressure at that depth is over 800 times greater than at the surface. It's like having 800 kilograms, the weight of a small grand piano, pressing down on every single square centimeter of your body. So how does this small, fragile-looking fish survive where a military sub would be flattened? The answer is a masterclass in adaptation. Instead of fighting the pressure, the snailfish just gives in to it. It has no scales. Its skeleton is more cartilage than hard bone. Its body is a soft, gelatinous mass that lets the insane pressure on the outside be matched by the pressure on the inside, which stops it from being crushed. And critically, it doesn't have a swim bladder, that air-filled sac most fish use to control their buoyancy. At these depths, any pocket of gas would be instantly compressed. The snailfish's very fragility is its greatest strength, a living testament to life's ability to find a way in the most hostile corners of our planet. It's not some monstrous leviathan, but a small, pale ghost of a fish, thriving in a world we can barely even imagine. All right, let's swim up a bit from the deepest trenches to the vast, dark slopes of the deep sea, anywhere from about 500 to 7,000 feet down. Here, crawling across the soft silt like a fleet of armored tanks, you'll find a creature that messes with your sense of scale. Picture a roly-poly or a pillbug from your garden. Now, supersize it to the length of a house cat. What you're imagining is the giant isopod. These creatures, Bathynomus giganteus, are a perfect example of what's known as deep-sea gigantism, the tendency for some deep-sea species to grow way larger than their relatives on land or in shallow water. While your garden variety pillbug is maybe half an inch long, a giant isopod can get to be over 1.5 feet. They are the ultimate deep-sea scavengers. Down in the abyss, food is incredibly rare. The ecosystem mostly runs on marine snow, a slow, steady drift of organic junk from the waters above. But the real jackpots are the sunken carcasses of whales, sharks, and big fish. When one of these underwater buffets hits the seafloor, the isopods swarm it. They're relentless, using their 14 legs to crawl all over the carcass and powerful jaws to tear away at the flesh. Their huge size is likely an adaptation to this feast or famine lifestyle. A bigger body means a slower metabolism and the ability to store more energy, which lets them survive for insane amounts of time without food. In one famous case, a captive giant isopod in Japan went for over 4 years without eating. They are living relics, with a fossil record suggesting they've been crawling the sea floor, looking almost the same since the age of the dinosaurs. They are slow, patient, and built to last, perfectly designed for a world where your next meal might be months or even years away. Our next record holder is one of the most bizarre predators in the entire animal kingdom. Imagine a creature that can inflate its own head like a grotesque balloon, turning its skull into a living fishing net that can swallow animals bigger than itself. Meet the gulper eel, also known as the pelican eel. This creature, Eurypharynx pelicanoides, haunts the midnight zone at depths between 3,000 and 6,000 feet, and everything about it is just weird. It has tiny, almost useless eyes, a long, whippy body, and a tail that can glow with an eerie pink light, probably used as a lure to attract curious prey in the total darkness. But its defining feature is its mouth. The lower jaw is enormous, making up about a quarter of the eel's entire body length, and it's attached by a loose, flexible hinge. When the gulper eel spots a potential meal, whether it's a crustacean, a squid, or another fish, it can open its mouth to a truly comical size. The skin of its throat and jaw is so stretchy that its whole head balloons outwards, creating a massive bag-like trap. It doesn't just bite its prey, it engulfs it, along with a huge gulp of water. It then slowly squeezes the water back out through its gills, swallowing whatever unlucky creature is left inside. Its stomach is just as stretchy, letting it digest meals far bigger than its skinny body would suggest. For decades, scientists weren't even sure what it ate, but recent observations, including X-rays of captured ones, have shown them with surprisingly large fish inside. The gulper eel is a masterpiece of low-energy hunting, basically a floating mouth that just waits for dinner to swim right in. If you're finding these creatures as mind-blowing as we do us a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming up next. The records just keep getting weirder. Now we're traveling to one of the most extreme environments on the planet, hydrothermal vents. In a world of superheated, toxic water gushing from the seafloor, you'll find 6-foot-tall worms that have no mouths and grow faster than almost any other large invertebrate, all powered by bacteria that eat Earth's chemistry instead of food. These are giant tube worms, Riftia pachyptilla. When they were first discovered in 1977, they completely baffled biologists. They live clustered around black smokers, volcanic vents spewing water superheated to hundreds of degrees and loaded with toxic chemicals like hydrogen sulfide, the stuff that gives rotten eggs their smell. For most life, this is a chemical kill zone. For the tube worms, it's paradise. The most shocking thing about them is what they're missing. They have no mouth, no stomach, and no digestive system at all. So how do they eat? The answer is inside them. Their bodies are packed with a special organ filled with dense colonies of symbiotic bacteria. That bright red plume at the top isn't for show. It's a gill-like structure full of hemoglobin that pulls oxygen from the seawater and, more importantly, hydrogen sulfide from the vent fluid. It then delivers these chemicals down to its bacterial passengers. The bacteria perform a process called chemosynthesis. Think of it as a dark version of photosynthesis. Instead of using sunlight, they use the chemical energy in the toxic hydrogen sulfide to create sugars and organic molecules. The bacteria feast on this chemical cocktail, and in return, They provide all the nutrition the tube worm needs to live and grow. They are literally farming bacteria inside their own bodies, powered by the toxic breath of a deep-sea volcano. These incredible worms form the foundation of the entire vent ecosystem, creating lush, alien forests where we once thought nothing could possibly survive. For our final and maybe most mind-bending record, we ask a simple question. What is the longest animal on Earth? You might think it's the blue whale. You would be wrong. The record holder is a bizarre, glowing, gelatinous creature that can grow longer than a blue whale, and yet, it's not really one animal at all. Meet the giant siphonophore. In 2020, off the coast of Australia, researchers from the Schmidt Ocean Institute found a siphonophore arranged in a huge, spiraling, UFO-like hunting posture. They estimated its length to be around 45 meters, or 150 feet. That's longer than any whale, any squid, any single animal on the planet. Some think they could get even longer. But here's the twist. A siphonophore isn't a single animal like a whale or a person. It is a colonial organism. Think of it less as one individual and more as a floating, perfectly integrated city. It starts from a single fertilized egg, but as it grows, it clones itself into thousands of tiny individual bodies called zooids. And this is where it gets truly wild. These genetically identical zooids are not all the same. Through a miracle of biology, they specialize and take on different jobs. Some zooids become pulsating bells at the front, propelling the whole colony through the water. Other zooids grow into feeding polyps, with long, stinging tentacles that create a deadly curtain to catch small fish and crustaceans. Still, others are specialized just for digestion, passing nutrients through the colony, while another group handles reproduction. Every single citizen has its own role, but they are all physically connected and work together as a single, coordinated superorganism. It is one and many, all at the same time. It's a drifting, bioluminescent, perfectly organized society that holds the title for the longest animal in the world. So there you have it. 5 records from a world that keeps defying our expectations. We've seen a fish that casually handles crushing pressure, a cat-sized pillbug that has mastered patience, an eel that turns its head into a hunting net, a worm that eats poison without a mouth, and a colonial creature longer than a blue whale. The deep ocean is the biggest single habitat on Earth, yet we've barely explored any of it. These 5 creatures aren't just oddities. They're an awesome reminder of how much we still have to learn about our own planet. They're a glimpse into a world of endless mystery and incredible biological invention. And it leaves you wondering, what else is hiding down there, in the dark, just waiting to be discovered, breaking records we don't even know exist yet? If you want to join us on more deep dives into the unknown, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, and let us know in the comments which of these creatures blew your mind the most. Thanks for watching.